Often lists can store hundreds or even millions of values, so to manage them correctly, you need what's called functions to manipulate the lists and organize them. As you can see, I already created two lists, a short list of colors and a short list of numbers, and we're going to perform some functions on them. So the first simplest thing you can do, as always, is you can just print out the list, and it's going to print it out on the console. As you can see, blue, cyan, green, orange, blue, cyan, green, orange. And now we're going to use the first function. So this function is called extend. Let's extend the colors function by the numbers function. And this function extends the list with the values from the second list applied to it. So when I start the program now, it's going to print out our new colors list, which now includes the numbers list. Another thing you can do is you can append values onto a list using the append function. So this function is going to append the color yellow to our colors function. Starting the program, blue, cyan, green, orange, and yellow. Important thing to remember is that the append function always appends the value at the end of the list. A slightly different version of this is the insert function. As you can see, the insert function needs two values. The first one being the index at which you want to input the value, and the second is the value you want to input to the list. So the first index is the cyan, so we're going to append yellow in between blue and cyan. Just as I said, blue, yellow, cyan, green, and orange. You can also do reverse of that and just remove a value from a list using the remove function. We only have now blue, green, and orange because we removed cyan. Of course, you can always clear a list if you want to erase all of the values from it, using the clear function, and as well you can pop values out of a list, which basically removes the last value from a list. It's the opposite of appending a value onto a list. As you can see, it removed the last value from the list, which was orange. What you can also do is you can check the index of a certain value in a list you're looking for. So for example, let's look for green, and it's going to print out the value 2 because green is at the index of 2. You can actually count how many times does a value repeat within a list. So if I take the 4 and put it here a few more times, and we now try to print out the list, we're going to use the count function. And it prints out 3 because the number 4 is 3 times in our list. You can also use the sort function to sort a list. Running the program, blue, cyan, green, and orange in alphabetical order. I just noticed that I already put them in alphabetical order, but if you just reverse it, and if I run the program now, it's still going to print out blue, cyan, green, and orange because it sorts the list. The same also works with numbers in the ascending order, of course, just as with the alphabetical order. It's going to print them out in ascending order. You can also reverse a list using the reverse function, which prints out the list backwards. You can use the sort function in a combination with the reverse function to sort the list in descending order. It's now sorted and reversed. You can also create a copy of a list, which is quite useful if you're trying to put values from one list into another. And of course you do it using the copy function. So those were some basic functions you can do with lists I wanted to show you. And that would be it for today. So yeah.